son of encouragement. Before Paul became an apostle of Jesus, he persecuted the early church, and his history followed him. We see this in the reading from the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 9, verses 26 through 31. When Paul, also known as Saul, arrives in Jerusalem, the disciples there are afraid of him and will not trust him. And then Barnabas steps in. Barnabas, a trusted member of the Jerusalem community, took charge of Paul and stood by him until the community accepted him. The name Barnabas means son of encouragement. It is likely that if Barnabas had not encouraged the Jerusalem church to trust Paul, Paul would not have become the great apostle that he was meant to be. The action of Barnabas reminds us of the importance of encouragement and prompts two important questions. The first is, who has been a Barnabas to us? Was it a parent or grandparent who led us to see that we were lovable and good? Was there a teacher who convinced us we had talent? Did a friend help us land our first job? None of us have become the people we are simply by our own efforts. We have grown and become successful because of those who have encouraged and supported us. For this, we should always be thankful. But the second question is, how can I be a Barnabas to others? Is there a talent we see in a child or a grandchild that needs to be encouraged? Do we know of someone who is imprisoned by addiction or depression? Do you know people struggling to find their footing? Our encouragement can make a difference. This is what the risen Christ speaks about in the Gospel of John, chapter 20, verses 19 through 23. He tells the disciples, "As the Father has sent me, so I send you." Jesus sends us out to bring encouragement, peace, and life to others. If Barnabas had been a jealous or competitive person, he would not have helped Paul. But Barnabas' concern was to see that the gospel be preached, and he knew that that was Paul's great gift. Paul did, in fact, outshine the son of encouragement. But Barnabas, from his place in heaven, is not at all troubled by this. Every time a Christian reads a letter of Paul, every time someone is inspired by Paul's mission, Barnabas must take satisfaction knowing that he used his influence to make Paul successful. Encouragement then moves in two directions. It makes us thankful for the support we have received and allows us to rejoice when we help others to use their gifts for God's glory, even if few will ever remember our name. For more stories, please visit our website, www.pamphlets2inspire.com.